Good evening and welcome. You're watching Breaking Views with me, Sanket Upadhyay, a show where we get you all the views so that you get the complete picture. Now there is trolling once again which is happening at Nauseum. And in contention is an ad. So first let's begin by telling you what is this latest that has offended a few people. A few, not all. So there was this ad by a prominent bank which challenged tradition, and that is under criticism. So this advertisement shows Aamir Khan and Kiara Advani as newlyweds. It has Aamir Khan in it. Do note, it's relevant to the story. The couple, they discuss that both did not cry during the Vidai ceremony. The ad then breaks a stereotype of girls going to their sasural after wedding, right? The ad then shows the groom, Aamir Khan, taking the first step into the bride's house, which is a ceremony called Greh Pravesh, where a girl enters the new house. So that the first step is called Greh Pravesh. So in this ad, it is shown that Aamir Khan is taking the first step because he has decided to shift into the girl's house. Now, this has led to criticism. One would wonder why, but still, this has led to criticism. And the critics say, traditionally, the first step is taken by the brides and Greh Pravesh is done for the bride. So, Aamir Khan can't do it. This is a challenge to a tradition which is being followed. Why are you only doing this with Hindu traditions? Now, you see, there is a long list of people getting upset, and some of them prominent BJP leaders getting upset with creative liberty, with ads. And when I say creative liberty, I do it with a great sense of responsibility that had this advertisement shown a woman not wearing a hijab, since hijab is in the news, not wearing a hijab, a girl saying that I will not wear a hijab and this is my choice and I will go to school. And then the bank company says that let's challenge the traditions and move forward. And if some people would have taken objection to that, we would have done this program then as well. But you see, there is a long history, a very recent history. I'll only sample the recent cases of people just taking offense, being extra sensitive. So last Diwali, Fab India had an advertisement called Jasn-e-Riwaz. The Bharatiya Janata Party accused Fab India of Abrahamization of Hindu festivals. And a hashtag called Boycott Fab India was trending against this brand. And the brand had to take off this ad. Then in 2020, Tanishq had to pull out an ad after backlash for showing interfaith marriage. You see, anything which is remotely got to do with a change or a deviation has these people really upset. So there was a backlash for showing interfaith marriage. The ad showed a pregnant Hindu woman finding love and acceptance in a Muslim family, and the critics blamed that this is promoting love jihad by celebrating interfaith marriage. That ad had to be taken down. In 2021, Dabur had to take down a phlegm bleach ad because the ad showed two women, same-sex partnership celebrating Karwa Chauth. Today is Karwa Chauth, by the way. In 2021, clothing brand Manyavar was targeted for an ad questioning the concept of Kanyadan, asking why women are treated as objects to be given away. So there is a long history. Again, this ad was taken down. Now, there are a couple of questions that we wish to ask. And we'll begin with this ad first. What is the problem? Is it the ad or is it Aamir Khan? Had it been some other person minus Aamir, you see, people had a problem with his movie also. The movie flopped. Is it ad or Aamir? What is the real problem? Question number 2. Is the moral police guilty of causing economic harm as well? You see, in the Hindu majority country, if an ad, the product, all of it will face a problem or will not be sold, who tends to lose out more? So is this all, this moral policing, causing a very big economic harm in this country? Next question. These culture cops, are they doing it for just publicity? And by the way, these are very senior leaders. For instance, the one who took objection to this ad is the Home Minister of Madhya Pradesh. So is this just for publicity or very, very dangerous form of politics? Trying to tell people that no, you must take objection to this. This is harmful. And our final question, are we killing creativity with oversensitive super censors? You see, there is an advertising body. When you talk about movies, there is a censor board. And then when all of these layers clear an ad or a movie, you have these super censors. And the super censors are these super sensitive moral policing characters. So are we trolling ad nauseum? That's the question that we are asking at this moment. Dileep Cherian, founder and consulting partner of Perfect Relations. Nasir Abdullah is an actor. Alok Vats, leader of the BJP. Prahlad Kakkad, ad film director. And Devjani Bhattacharya is a political analyst. Thank you very much. Let me first begin by asking you, Mr. Nasir Abdullah, how do you look at this?
Yes, you asked if it is. Yes, you asked if it is Aamir or the ad or whatever. I think it could be both, because there are 2-3 sort of on the sides of all this. But because Aamir has been in the middle of a controversy about his film and about some utterances he made, which were repeated, actually repetitions of what his wife had said years ago, for which he had also apologized, I would not be actually surprised if they still want to, to get back at him. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know the exact truth. Having said that, if he has, apparently, he's not out. They're not out. The ad makers, of course, they're not out to challenge anything. So if he has done the Ghar Pravesh action, it is with a sense of openness and free. Like, we are all into things. I mean, men are now doing the cooking, they're washing the dishes, they are also changing the nappies.
Yeah, so the idea was to show that it's not just a woman's job. That was the sentiment behind it.
Yeah, but all in good faith. Remember one thing, all in good faith, all in all sincerity, because they are the same, they are equal. There is no hard and fast rule, a woman has to do this, a man. It is okay. It is all actually done out of a pure sense of innocence, that the man also says, I want to do it. It's almost like a childish thing. No offense is there. There is no intention.
I'll tell you where the criticism comes in. Prahlad Kakkad, most of the critics, particularly all those people who are very, very sensitive, these touch me nots, don't talk about this, don't talk about that. Mr. Prahlad Kakkad, they say that this creative liberty you are only taking with one faith because it allows creative freedom. You dare not do it for a custom of another religion. For instance, had this ad challenged the concept of hijab, perhaps no advertiser would have ventured in that territory, would not have wanted to do this. I am saying I would have done a program had it been the other side also.
No. As a society in India, we are relatively liberal. This trolling business has only come about recently because of the tradition of social media and the advent of social media. This is a social media phenomena. I mean, why are we taking it so seriously? A small group of very motivated, extremely paid for trollers can actually take over the share of voice. There'll be 90% of people will actually agree with the ad and not say a thing. 10% will not agree with the ad, will be highly vocabulary. You don't have to pay attention to them. This is normal social media guftagu. Everybody abuses everybody, everybody praises everybody. This is nothing normal.
No, Prahlad Kakkad, this is not, I will tell you where it is much more than guftagu. Because you've got the Home Minister of a state.
But
so what? So what? Anybody can make
party.
Mistakes, anybody can react.
So it's also a part of a political party. So as long as it's an agendaed political point of view and the ruling party agrees with allowing people to get away with this kind of thing, then it's going to go on because there's a certain sense of allowance. But that doesn't mean that liberal people like you and me and everybody should take this seriously. It's not because the majority of the people are actually against it. It's just that the majority of the people don't want to get into a controversy. That's all. And start taking panga with the right-wing guys. Nobody wants to do that.
Exactly.
And especially the clients. उनकी तो क्या है यार, you know, I mean, 5 रुपए का किया और 15 रुपए का दिखाया. सवाल ही नहीं उठता. You know,
no, that's my other problem. Do you feel that this will force clients as well as advertising agencies to restrict their creativity, to basically say, let's not get into this.
No. So what will happen? Who will it harm?
Let's do something else to show pushing of boundaries.
At the end of the day, it will only harm the clients if they restrict their creativity. They should have the guts to turn around and say, ऐसा ही है, हमारे लिए ठीक है, आपके लिए ठीक नहीं है तो.
But that doesn't happen, no, Mr. Kakkad. You see in the previous ads also, the ad was pulled down.
That is the problem.
Nobody wants a controversy.
That is the problem. Is that you must have, you put your money where your mouth is.
Okay,
so
Alok Watts, you have heard an advertiser, you have heard an actor. They feel that this is going to seriously challenge creativity. I want to ask you, when senior leaders take offense, see, you're free to do whatever you want. You're free to feel whichever. I mean, Fab India, Jashn-e-Riwaz, Abrahamization of a festival of Diwali is an opinion. But when that opinion is given by a senior BJP leader, and then it is followed up with a hashtag of boycotting Fab India, it is causing serious economic harm and damage. Mr. Alok Watts.
In the beginning only you said that this controversy is because Aamir Khan is in the picture. And I quite agree with this statement, because given Aamir's past, he has in the past uttered things which were not very comfortable.
So you are saying you don't have a problem with the ad, you have a problem with the actor.
Let me complete. And then again his movie showing Indian gods in derogatory form. In this ad there is nothing wrong as such from my point of view, because here the things are reversed. Generally the bride goes to the bridegroom's place, 99%. Only 1%.
But now you are contradicting Narottam Mishra.
No. Here the bridegroom is going to the bride's house. So maybe she says, "Tum mere ghar aaye ho, you take the first step." It's reversed. So there is nothing wrong as such. Today I have met a lot of people who are doing Karwa Chauth. Right from my childhood, I've never heard men keeping Karwa Chauth. But things are changing. Times are changing. People want to show to their wife that I am also doing what you are doing. So let me tell you one thing.
Be careful, there will be a troll army against you.
Doesn't matter. I'm not afraid of that. But since Aamir has a past which is not very good, so in that light,
first of all, can I tell you something? Can we make up our mind whether we have a problem with what the ad shows, or do we have a problem with the actor?
And let me tell you one thing. Add one thing more, Sanket. Had this ad been on hijab, then
I spoke to a lot of people, and that is why I brought in the interest of fairness, I would like to mention here, in the interest of fairness, had this been about hijab, and had there been someone intolerant objecting to it, we would have been sitting here and doing the same program. I promise you.
All these ad filmmakers would have been told Sir Tan se juda, and they would be running for their life. But this is only because of the
Let me go. Ad film director Prahlad Kakkad and consulting partner of Perfect Relations, Dilip Cherian. One by one. Dilip Cherian, you go first. Do you feel that advertisers are more creative with one religion because they think they can be, and are not creative with another religion because they feel, in the words of Mr. Alok Watts, Sar Tan se juda?
I think that
is what they say. Something goes
let's listen to him.
About that.
Let's listen to him.
The problem is that we are sounding a bit like frogs in a well. When the well is full of customers who are Hindus, most ads will be directed towards them because there is more of a market size by an overwhelming majority. By targeting advertising, I'm not talking criticism, advertising towards the Hindu community. That's one. As we've already heard, This is about Aamir and not the ad. The reason why companies are not doing ads which may be provocative or creative towards the Muslim community is because that market is not large enough. Simply not a large enough market. Third, in the West, as far as those markets are concerned, you will find multiple ads which poke fun at Christian religion and Christian leaders, saints, etc. Time to time, it comes up as a controversy, it runs for a while, and then it vanishes. Does it harm us economically? The answer is no, it does not. What we have found out, and I've been on the board of the Advertising Standards Council, and for the 200 plus clients that we look at in Perfect Relations, let me tell you that when you measure what is the impact of a negative troll attack on a particular company, it is less than negligible. The only reason is that a lot of corporates don't want to be in what is called a controversial space for too long, and they tend to avoid it. But otherwise, in terms of loss of consumer faith, or even if there is a boycott, let me tell you, the impact is negligible.
Okay.
So I don't think that there
Mr.
is any...
Dilip Cherian, I'm going to come back to you, and Devjani, I'll also come back to you in just a short moment. We have the Home Minister of Madhya Pradesh on the phone line with us, Mr. Narottam Mishra. आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है नरोत्तम जी?
हाँ आ रही।
नरोत्तम जी नमस्कार, संकेत बोल रहा हूं। मैं आपसे ये जानना चाहता हूं मुख्य रूप से आपत्ति क्या है?
मेरी तो आपत्ति बहुत छोटी सी है, आप जवाब दे दोगे तो भी मैं संतुष्ट हो जाऊंगा।
हाँ।
कि आखिर एक ही धर्म को टारगेट करके ऐसा क्यों है? सिर्फ एक ही धर्म की आस्था पर, एक ही धर्म की संस्कृति पर हर बार प्रहार क्यों? सब लोगों के द्वारा, हर एक के द्वारा, इतनी सी आपत्ति आप भी जवाब दे देंगे तो मैं संतुष्ट हो जाऊंगा।
नरोत्तम जी, मैं आपसे ये जानना चाहता हूँ, आप गृह मंत्री हैं एक राज्य के, मैं आपसे जानना, देखिए आप कुछ बोलेंगे उसकी बड़ा गंभीरता से लिया जाएगा। अब कल को बॉयकॉट बैन वगैरह शुरू हो जाएगा तो वित्तीय रूप से घाटा हो सकता है इस कंपनी को, लोग जो जुड़े थे उनको तकलीफ हो सकती है। मैं आपसे जानना चाहता हूं, आप इस दृष्टिकोण से नहीं देखना चाहेंगे कि ये एड जो प्रथाएं हैं उनको नए सिरे से देखना चाहिए कि सिर्फ महिला ही क्यों गृह प्रवेश करे, मर्द भी कर ले?
नहीं, मैं प्रथा की बात नहीं की, मैंने आपने विषयांतर किया, सवाल किया था, मैंने आपसे पूरक प्रश्न किया कि हमारा ही धर्म क्यों, हमारी ही प्रथाएं क्यों, बाकी और धर्मों की प्रथाएं नहीं है क्या? और धर्मों की भी प्रथाएं होंगी क्या? हर बार हमारा ही क्यों? करवा चौथ आए तो सब साथी हमारा ही ऐड ले।
मैंने अभी यहाँ पर नरोत्तम जी, यहाँ पर एडवर्टाइजिंग फ्रेटर्निटी जो है, वहां के बहुत सारे लोग हैं जिनसे हम बात कर रहे थे, उनका ये कहना था कि हम हिंदू बहुल देश हैं, यहाँ पर हिंदू ज्यादा हैं, तो
इसलिए बहुल की आत्मा को हम कुठाराघात कर सकते हैं।
जी, मेरे पास इस बात का जवाब है जो...
हाँ दे दें, आप दे दें।
जी जनाब, ऐसा है कि आप जो बात कर रहे हैं कि हमारे धर्म को क्यों टारगेट किया जा रहा है, सबसे पहले बात है कि टारगेट तो किया नहीं जा रहा है। एक मासूमियत के साथ, एक इंसानियत के साथ एक आइडिया को पेश किया जा रहा है कि घर प्रवेश हो रहा है। आप इस चीज को हमले के उसमें क्यों देख रहे हैं, हमले की लाइट में क्यों देख रहे हैं?
नरोत्तम जी का जवाब
हमला नहीं है,
इसलिए देख रहे हैं।
नरोत्तम जी का जवाब ले लेते हैं।
टारगेट नहीं किया जा रहा, टारगेट नहीं किया जा रहा, देखिए टारगेट किया जा रहा है, गलत बात है मेरे हिसाब से।
का और एडवर्टाइजर्स का ये कहना है नरोत्तम जी, ये टारगेट थोड़ी किया जा रहा है, ये तो मासूमियत के साथ एक बात रखी जा रही है सामने।
मैंने आपको नाम लिया कि सब्यसाची ने करवा चौथ के विज्ञापन को लिया साथ में, क्यों लिया? किसी और धर्म का क्यों नहीं लिया, हमारा ही क्यों लिया? सनी लियोनी आई मधुबन में राधिका नाचे रे पे गाना गाने के लिए, हमारा ही गाना है क्या? और किसी का कोई गाना नहीं बना क्या? इसके बाद में सूटेबल बॉय आई, ये आमिर खान जी की जो पिक्चर आई थी, उस पिक्चर में क्या था जो पिक्चर ली गई जिसके कारण से बाइकआउट भी हुआ फिर इनका, जो लाल सिंह चड्ढा वाले। ये एक सीरीज है, ये महाकाल की थाली के ऊपर भी इसी तरह का ऐड बनाया गया। अभी में सीरीज है ये पूरी 1 दर्जन की। इसलिए मैंने कहा कि इसलिए कह रहे हैं ये रूढ़िवादी परंपराएं सिर्फ हमारे यहीं पे हैं क्या? हम अपनी संस्कृति में, हम अपनी सभ्यता में कैसे रहते हैं, तो आप उसको क्यों छेड़ रहे हैं?
नहीं नरोत्तम जी, लेकिन देखिए ऐसा आपका ये कहना ठीक है कि सब धर्मों की प्रथाओं के बारे में बात करनी चाहिए एड में, ठीक है।
और हमने
ये चीज बोली यहाँ पर,
धर्मों की भी क्यों करना चाहिए?
अगर
धर्मों की बात एड में क्यों करना?
पर नरोत्तम जी आप मुझे
हमारी मान्य परंपराओं पे आघात क्यों करना? हमारी नहीं, किसी पे भी क्यों करना? पर ये तो एक ही को करके चल रहे हैं।
परंपरा पर आघात हो गया, मैं आपसे ये जानना चाहता हूं
जी।
ये तो सिर्फ महिलाएं क्यों करे, मर्द भी करें, ये उस दृष्टिकोण से ये ऐड बना।
अरे भाई, तो हमारा समाज है इस मामले में जागरूक। इस ऐड के माध्यम से समाज को जागरूक थोड़ी करेंगे। वो समाज अपनी परंपरा रीति को आदिकाल से बदलते आए हैं, समाज में आए हुए हैं। भाई पहले बाल विवाह प्रथा थी, हमारे समाज ने उसको रोका, कुरीति थी तो हमने मेटा उसको। बाल गंगाधर तिलक हुए, लाला लाजपत राय हुए, समाज के महापुरुष आए, उन्होंने बदली। सलमान खान बदलेंगे क्या इसको? क्या नाम है इनका? आमिर खान जी।
नरोत्तम जी मेरी एक छोटी सी बस मैं आपसे एक बात जानना चाहता हूं। सिर्फ इतना बता दें कि आपका ये कहना है कि आपको ऐड से दिक्कत नहीं है, बस ये है कि सिर्फ हिंदू धर्म की प्रथाओं पर ही ऐड क्यों बने और धर्मों पर भी बने। क्या मैंने ठीक समझा?
मेरा यही है कि आप हमारे ही धर्म की प्रथा पे ऐड क्यों मनाते?
यानी कि कल को अगर
हमारी ही मान्यताओं
अगर कोई
कल को लगातार क्यों करते हो?
नहीं, मैं एक हाइपोथेटिकल सिचुएशन कर रहा हूं नरोत्तम जी। कल को एक ऐड बने जिसमें एक छोटी बच्ची जो है वो कह रही है मैं स्कूल जाऊंगी और मैं बिना हिजाब पहन करके स्कूल जाऊंगी,
वो अलग ऐड भी सुप्रीम कोर्ट में चल रहा है। वो सुप्रीम कोर्ट में चल रहा है। सुप्रीम कोर्ट का आज भी जो निर्णय आया है, जो आएगा वो मानेंगे। जो विषय न्यायालय में विचाराधीन है उसको काहे को आप इसमें कोर्ट कर रहे हैं?
तो आपको लगता है कि कम से कम ये खुला दिमाग बतौर मंत्री होने के नाते हम लोगों के पास होना चाहिए कि अगर समाज में किसी तरीके से कोई चीज प्रस्तुत की जा रही है बिना किसी, अब आप सोचिए जश्न रिवाज हुआ, 4 ऐड आपने भी गिनाए,
एक ही विषय को टारगेट क्यों किया जा रहा है? एक ही वर्ग को, एक ही
टारगेट, मुझे वर्ड समझ में नहीं आ रहा। इस्तेमाल किया जा रहा है, आप कह रहे हैं टारगेट किया जा रहा है, इस्तेमाल किया जा रहा है, उसके बारे में उसके विषय में बात हो रही है।
टारगेट नहीं किया जा रहा है,
टारगेट नहीं किया जा रहा है, ये हमला नहीं है। दिस इज नॉट एन अटैक जनाब, दिस इज व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से। देयर इज नो टारगेटिंग, इट्स अ स्वीट, मीठा, एक बहुत ही मतलब ये कि मासूम एक दृश्य उन्होंने दिखाया है कि भाई ऐसा भी कर सकते हैं। क्यों दिखाया?
क्यों दिखाया?
बुराई तो नहीं है।
क्यों दिखाया?
आपको बुरा लग रहा है?
किसने दे दिया?
आपको बुरा लग रहा है? मुझे तो कुछ नहीं
करें। आप किसी संस्कृति को बदलने की कोशिश करें,
नहीं बदलने की कोशिश नहीं है, बदलने की कोशिश नहीं है, नहीं बदलने की कोशिश नहीं है। एक आइडिया है,
वाले को ये अधिकार किसने दिया था?
मैं अब आपसे एक सवाल और पूछूं। देखिए नरोत्तम जी, आपको लगता है
ज्योतिर्लिंग है, साधु है, संत है, समाज सुधारक है, वो करेंगे ना?
जी वो हो जाएगा, लेकिन इसमें कोई आपत्ति, आपको क्या आपत्ति क्या है? इस पर किसी को ठेस नहीं पहुंचनी चाहिए।
चलिए नरोत्तम जी, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद हमसे बात करने के लिए और अपने विचार रखने के लिए। देवजानी जी अभी हमारे साथ हैं। देवजानी, sorry to keep you waiting, we had the home minister with us. See, the question is very simple. When leaders as tall as a home minister of a state is going to say why only our dharma, and you know one thing is notoriety and the other is intention. I don't think any of us here would say that there is some notoriety with which this ad has been made, right? There was a message, but it is being made out as some notorious, mischievous, nefarious design to target a religion, which is not the case. In effect, what happens is that these products suffer, i.e. Something which could have contributed to our economy suffers.
Yeah. So it's my point, right?
Yeah.
Sanket?
Yes.
Yeah. So what I would say is this, that as far as creativity is concerned, this is a topic which is true for all communities across the world. All over the world.
Yes, ma'am.
The girl goes in, So, it could have been more creative had it been portrayed for each individual community. Because if you pick up only a single community, what you do, you violate Article 14 of the Constitution of India. Because in India, various communities, सारे पंथ संप्रदाय के लोग रहते हैं और in presence of so many varieties of people, if you target for intellectual jackknifing, to which we are open, if you target only a single community's religio-cultural rituals, you end up discriminating. You know, that is discrimination, and that is in turn criminal violation of Article 14. So, I am in favor of creativity. This is a
criminal
beautiful
violence?
aspect.
Where has this come from?
Yeah.
I mean,
See,
Advertising Council has
violation.
cleared something.
No.
In movies, Censor Board has cleared something.
No.
They
It
have
is
not seen any
violation of-
criminality.
They are the criminals.
No. Violation of Article 14. You end up discriminating each time you target only a single community of a country.
No, again, target.
Where
You see,
yes, target.
My question
Why I
was
would
about
say-
intention.
No. Yeah,
Intention.
now I come to the intention.
Their action.
And I also say intention and I will reply to the point of Mr. Cherian. Because, you know, in Sanatan, there is also provision of male Griha Pravesh. There is a concept of Ghar Jamai. लेकिन वहाँ पर तो रीतियाँ अलग हैं. वहाँ पर तो मैन का भी गृह प्रवेश होता है, लेकिन वहाँ पर ऐसे आप जैसे एक the way a woman enters, the man doesn't enter there. I'll remind the epic. Arjun married Chitrangada in Manipur. So in Manipur, what happens? The man goes to the women's house. So there, if you have to really portray it that way, why didn't you creatively represent that?
Okay.
Or else you could have
Okay,
also
fine.
creatively represent every community is mad, because everywhere in all
I can assure you and
man
promise
goes
you,
to
as
the
I've come to the end of this program, there are some
house.
people who say we had a problem with Aamir Khan, not the ad. And there are others who say that no, it is the ad and the concept where the problem lies. The point is,
You can do
had
an
this been
internet drive
about
and the
this
people
been
of the
about
country are
a
against it.
small girl refusing to wear a hijab and a community taking offense, I promise you we would have done this program. My point is, these super sensitive, super cops, moral cops, this whole format has to stop. Otherwise, you know, we will have really weird ads. So the next time there has to be an ad of a bank, there will be just the nameplate of that bank on screen. That's it. If we want that sort of creativity, I don't know. Thank you very much. We've run out of time. Thank you very much. Good night and good day.